Hey guys, what's up? This is the Bull. I'm here at my fire pit. I've been just out here thinking about my spring garden. So I know right now it's November, December. It's about to creep into December tomorrow, and this is the time that you want to start going over your seed catalogs, start thinking about the stuff that you want to plant for the next year. So I already went over all the stuff that I want to plant for next year, and so now what I want to do is I want to prep up all my garden beds, give them a nice layer of compost and some leaf mold. So that's what I'm gonna start off doing today. I gotta get all these chores done. I was over here earlier today, this morning at my rabbitry, and I installed a new gate. I was a little tired of climbing over a little fence, getting it all bent up, so I put a little gate on there. I also put a box down there so the rabbits, anytime they want to get some fresh hay, they can jump in that box and get some dry, fresh hay, just in case they start having babies or something like that, and they need to get some hay and stuff like that. They can jump in the box in case they don't have none inside their huts. So looks like Laquita and Little Kim are real happy over there playing around the box. But anyway, I got things to do. Hey, Nadia. So I got some fresh, nice compost that see this nice compost. This nice compost was all once just leaves. See, as you can notice over here, this one's here. It's about maybe 40% broke down, but I'm gonna give my my beds a nice layer with this also and move it all in together, and it'll break down over the season, over the winter, and by spring my garden should just be waiting on those plants. So anyway, I'm gonna get this compost over here up in this barrel. If I can just get this done. Real good. This compost got a lot of life in it. A lot of worms and little crittlers and all that kind of stuff in there that's so viable. The web of the soil is all up in there. I gave all my fruit trees a nice layer of compost the other day. Moved it all in. They all got nice compost, some rabbit manure, so that should, help the root system throughout the over the winter. So come spring, they will get a nice jump start. This bed right here, I'm gonna use this bed here. I'm gonna grow some some eggplants out to the back. And on the front side, I'm gonna grow these mini sweet peppers, mini sweet peppers in the front, and eggplants in the back. Get this layered in here. It's best to put this stuff in now, not wait to spring. So this will give it a chance for all that the worms and everything to move in and settle down in there. Because if you put it in right in spring, it's just gonna go in right into the roots right from when you put it in. But if you let it sit over the winter time, it'll be much better for your plants. All right, I'm gonna save a little bit to give my blueberry plants. Gonna just move this wood chips to the side. Come spring, these blueberries will have a nice head start. Gardening is a 12 season job. You just don't want to garden during spring. You want to garden all year. When you garden all year, you're more prepared, and your plants appreciate it more, because you're giving it all the nutrients that they need and require, and you're staying up to date with things that you need to do. All right, those blueberries will love me for it. And I love the blueberries because come spring we're gonna have a lot of blueberries. All right, I'm gonna go get my rake and I'm gonna rake this in. All right, got all this compost down on here now. So I just want to get it in there real good. This compost got a lot of worm casting in it, a lot of little worms and worm eggs, which is so good for your garden. Let's get this out of here. All right, I just got that compost in there to the top 6 inches of my garden bed. All right. Now I'm gonna give it another layer over with that 40 or 50% leaf mold that I have over there, and that'll sit there over the winter, breaking down, finish breaking down. Comes spring, when I go to put my plants in, I'll be ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and load the wagon up with some of this 50% done composting. This here got a lot of leaves, broken down wood chips, coffee grinds. As a matter of fact, talking about some coffee grinds, I stopped down by Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks earlier today, and I was able to pick up some spent coffee grounds that they gave me. So I'm also gonna add some of this coffee grinds to my compost when I bring it down there. Mix it all up, and the worms love coffee grinds, and so won't the plants come spring. This here got a lot of worms, a lot of microbes in it. It's almost broke down completely, you know, but it's good. It's good that it's like that, because it'll sit there over collecting all these worms, multiplying in there, all the microbes and bacteria that'll help just make my bed, and the plants will enjoy this a whole lot come spring. So this is why you don't want to throw away your leaves. All these leaves that you have in your yard, just save them, pile them up in a corner, let them decompose. So I think that's probably good for right now. Look at that. How can you go wrong? All right. Look at this. This bed is going to be so good come spring. Get this all up in here. This moved over. All right, so I got this 50% broken down leaf mold, leaves and coffee grinds, compost. Thanks to Starbucks, I got my spent coffee grind. I'm gonna get some of this up in here. This is so good. This stuff here comes like in blocks. So you can just crumble it right up. That's about good. I already had given this a layer of coffee grinds earlier, about 2 weeks ago. So, you know, I'll save the rest for my other garden. Get this in here. All right, so this bed is done. So this bed will be ready for planting come spring. I got nothing else to do to it other than for it just to sit over the winter and just get ready for my planting in spring. Now, all right, so anyway, the cycle of life continues. Gotta get these leaves raked up so they can start decomposing. All right, so I got this area raked up. So now I'm gonna get my tarp and get it piled up. So now, what I'm gonna get done, these leaves over here, been composting, breaking down for a couple months now. So they're pretty dark and somewhat soaking and broken down a lot more than these, because these are kind of fresh. They just fell off the tree just over this past week. So I'm gonna get these moved over to there. So I'll be back with you as soon as I get that done. All right, so I'm gonna get these leaves in here into this compost area. These are a little bit more broken down than the ones that I just had piled up. So we'll get these in here. Get those in there. Normally, I'd spray them down with some water, but it's been raining out, so they're pretty wet. So I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. Thanks to Dunkin' Donuts, they were so kind to give me these spent coffee grounds. So I'm gonna add these in here, so the worms will have something to enjoy, not to mention all these leaves they munch on. Okay, so we got that done. So how this works is they start breaking down from one area. Once they break down a little bit, move them down here so they can get some air circulating. They're a little bit more broke down. Get them over here to this area where they're a little bit more broke down. And as it goes on, until it gets down to my final area, where by that point it should be a lot more broken down. So anyway, this is how you prepare yourself over the winter, so that come spring, your garden will be ready to go. Anyway, thank you very much. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Peace from the Bo.